So just some more feedback and reflection about my use of Skype so far. So one thing I'm noticing is the use of space when using Skype. So I think we found out that doing kind of very physical things is difficult when using Skype. Not so much because of the space of the rooms that we use, but because obviously the camera can't capture everything. It can't capture the whole room. But another thing I've noticed is that obviously when we're using rooms, even like a coffee shop or bedrooms or kitchens or living rooms, there's obviously just a lot more distractions around, really, and I think that can make it a bit more difficult. I just find it a lot more distracting, really. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing that I've noticed, again to do with like the use of space and things, is that I find it harder to be professional or to have professionalism in mind, and I think it's just because we're using our own personal spaces and so they are personal to us, and so I find us just kind of chatting a lot more and having a lot more kind of chat, and obviously it goes on to kind of tangents and we can kind of lose it a bit sometimes in rehearsals. So yeah, that's kind of something that I've been finding happens, is that we spent kind of like 5 minutes talking and it might not have been that productive, but I just think it's because we're quite relaxed. And a benefit with Skype is that rehearsals can be as long as you want, really, because you haven't got the space booked until a certain time, so they can take as long as you want them to. However, again, that means that you actually are more relaxed and that the time that you are spending might not actually be that productive because you're just so relaxed. You're like, well, we can chat for an hour because we've got ages. So I think having a space can actually make you more focused because, okay guys, we've got an hour, we need to just hammer through this. So yeah, so I think it can be taken either way. I think Skype has the benefit, like I say, of you can have as long as you want, but I do think you have to work a lot harder to be focused within that time. So moving forward, what I'm going to try and do now is to have very clear plans and timekeeping plans for my Skype rehearsal. So I am going to start being like, okay, well, we've got 10 minutes to talk about this and 5 minutes to talk about this. So hopefully they'll start to become a lot more focused.